We all think we know why the sky is blue. It looks obvious. You look up, you see blue, and your brain says that is just how the sky is. But something about that simple answer does not quite make sense, because the sky does not always stay blue. At sunset, it turns orange, then red. At night, it becomes completely black. If the sky truly had a color, why would it change so dramatically? Here is where things get strange. The sky itself is not a solid object. It is not painted blue. It is just empty space filled with air. So what exactly are you seeing? Is the color coming from the air, the sun, or your eyes? And if the air is invisible, how can it create such a strong color that covers the entire sky? Now think about clouds. They are made from the same sky, yet they appear white or gray. Why are they not blue too? Something clearly is happening behind the scenes. Something your eyes show you but never explain. Okay. So the real question is not just why the sky is blue. The real question is what you are actually seeing when you look up. And once you understand that, the sky will never look the same again. Okay? Before we answer anything, you need to let go of the idea that color is a property of objects. Color is something your brain creates based on light. That means what you see is not always what is really there. The sky is about to prove that in the most surprising way possible. Stay with this idea because it will completely change how you see something as ordinary as the sky above you from now on forever. To understand the sky, you first need to understand light, not the complicated physics version, just the simple truth. Sunlight may look white, but it is not one color. It is a mixture of many colors blended together, like a hidden rainbow traveling through space. Every second, sunlight enters Earth's atmosphere, carrying all these colors at once. Okay? Now imagine that light moving straight toward the ground. If nothing stopped it, the sky would actually look dark, even during the day. But something does interfere. The air, even though it looks invisible, it is filled with tiny molecules far too small to see, constantly moving and colliding. When sunlight hits these molecules, it does not just pass through cleanly. It gets scattered in all directions. Okay? Here is the key idea. Not all colors behave the same way. Some colors pass through the air almost untouched. Others get scattered much more easily. Think of it like throwing different-sized balls into a crowded room. Larger ones move straight through, smaller ones bounce around, hitting everything. Light behaves in a similar way. The different colors in sunlight have different properties, and that affects how they interact with the air. As sunlight enters the atmosphere, certain colors begin to spread out, bouncing from molecule to molecule, filling the sky in every direction. Okay? So now the sky is no longer empty. It becomes a giant glowing surface created by scattered light. But one big question remains. If all colors are present in sunlight and all of them are entering the atmosphere together, why does the sky settle on one color instead of showing all of them at once? Now we can finally answer the question. Sunlight enters the atmosphere carrying all colors together, but the air does not treat them equally. The tiny molecules in the atmosphere scatter shorter wavelengths much more strongly than longer ones. Blue light has a shorter wavelength than red light, so it gets scattered in every direction far more easily. That scattered blue light spreads across the entire sky. No matter where you look, some of that blue light is reaching your eyes. It is not coming from one place, it is coming from everywhere at once. That is why the whole sky appears blue instead of showing a rainbow. Now think back to sunset. When the sun is low, its light travels through much more of the atmosphere before reaching you. Most of the blue light gets scattered away long before it arrives. What remains are the longer wavelengths, like red and orange. That is why the sky changes color in the evening. Okay? So the sky is not truly blue. It only appears blue because of how light interacts with the air and how your eyes interpret that scattered light. What you see is not the sky itself, but the behavior of light all around you. Okay? Once you realize this, the sky stops being just a background. It becomes a live display of physics happening above you every moment. And the next time you look up, you are not just seeing blue. You are seeing light being scattered across the atmosphere in real time.